Star Wars was still insanely popular during the late 80s and had yet to be desecrated by Lucas revisionism and Disney incompetence. The arcades of the early 80s used to blare to the sound of Star Wars with its incredible cockpit arcade game that used super quick wireframe vector graphics and incredible speech synthesis to create an astonishing atmosphere of being Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing as he fights to the Death Star to blow up the base by making a trench run to shoot a missile into an exhaust port. It's basically the climax of the film in playable form, and it was an intense and intoxicating thrill ride. So, trying to fit that into the 64 was always going to be a challenge and, unfortunately, a challenge that is failed by vector graphics. It looks the part in still shots, but it's unbearably slow with jerky, low frame rate graphics, poor effects and speech. The frame rate makes the game a real chore to play, as collision detection is more of a suggestion than an actual feature. The whole arcade game is here, but that's where the other issue comes into play. In the arcade it was an incredible experience but was very short. This is the same here, so you get 3 short levels with little variety in gameplay between them. It's a valiant attempt, but there is too many problems and too little game here to recommend.
Red 5 standing by.
How does the game fare on more powerful hardware? Unsurprisingly, much better. A much more fluid and fun game than the 64 version, with fast vector graphics and excellent speech synthesis, even at the Star Wars theme is somewhat out of tune. However, the arcade game's limitations still hold true, and you can see everything the game has to offer in around 4 minutes, with those 3 short sequences being the whole game. It's a lot closer to arcade perfect, but that is both a blessing and a curse.
size of that thing.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.